Hello, my name is Tashika Lawson, and I agree with Mr. Thorne. This is my first time meeting a lot of you guys up here, or I may have seen you in passing. So as a person who grew up in the city of Las Vegas and knows that the heart of the Black community is inside of the West Side, I'm still learning about the leaders that were before us and learning about the leaders who are leading right now. I have a 5-year-old niece, and I want to make sure that every person who's on this podium makes it onto a step inside of Legacy Park or on the Pioneer Trail, because I know that we have excellence in us that we can pass on to the future. I am currently active inside of the West Side, and I actually hear different things when it comes to engagement, but one of the biggest things that I hear is that we as entities, we as government people, like the City of Las Vegas, the City of North Las Vegas, Clark County, the regional transportation, we need to be able to sit down and have a conversation about how to move forward. We have to actually get away from this being someone else's responsibility and it ending at my border. If we start looking at things from the perspective of the master plan communities that we're seeing everywhere else and look at the West Side as an actual master plan potential community, and that is what we need to be doing, there's no way that we'll be able to do it by ourselves, and there's no way that you guys will be able to do it alone. I try my best to I'm just now learning about different things that are how to actually interact with my government. Like many people who are going to be in my generation, we assumed that our government has actually been working the way that it's supposed to be working. But we're also learning now, after all of this social upheaval, all of how everybody's paying attention to where their dollars are going now. And that does hit you guys. It's going to land on your doorsteps as well. So when it comes to economic development, we do need things like what happened at Tenaya Creek, because I am walking door to door to these businesses, giving them copies of the 100 plan, asking them if they know about the tenant improvement programs that are there, and they do not know that. They do not know that there is money out there to help actually bring them forward. We have a lot of businesses that they need to be able to get updates in their technology so that we can actually have people who have money that they need to be able to spend. I'm sure all of us has tried to go to Annie's Kitchen. Every one of us has probably tried to go to Annie's Kitchen. And this is not a problem with Annie's Kitchen. She does great work. But we need to be able to build the capacity from the perspective of her being able to get access to the things that she needs and the technology so that people who are in my generation and younger can spend inside of these businesses. It's absolutely mandatory for us to be able to focus on that. We have people who are in residences trying to improve their homes, and they're running into issues that I'm a person who lives in my home and I'm under 65, but I don't have access to funding because maybe this is a family home that was passed down to me, and now I'm left with $60,000 worth of improvements that need to go into my home. And we are seeing a lot of our homes that have been in our families for generations that are actually transitioning out of the Black community because of the fact that we don't want to put $60,000 worth of our own money, because that's a lot of money if no one's willing to give it to you. So we do need to be able to look at that aspect, especially when it comes to tenant improvements, or we're looking at this from the American Rescue Plan. This is a lot of money when it comes to infrastructure. A lot of these problems are infrastructure problems that we could be creating jobs for right now to actually help. And this could be a valley-wide initiative to be able to create jobs that we need right now. I wanted to address the fact that we have the West Side School, the Doolittle. Those classrooms are empty. We have programs that we should be trying to incubate new businesses to help teach the new generation things that were taken out of the schools when we were going to school. We had carpentry, we had home ec, we had things that we could be teaching now that, again, will give us jobs and actually help to train a new workforce. We're seeing a lot of stuff that are going out. We're seeing people who are being made instant millionaires all over the place when it comes to like Instagram and YouTube. And these people are creating completely new lines of like industries out of nothing, things that were not here before. But we need to be able to expose our youth and our workforce to these different industries. They're hungry for it. And if we can start giving back in those places where we are linking again the past to the future, we'll actually have a lot better chance, because we know that the people who have the skills are already in this community, but they may not be able to come back into the workforce because they're seniors and they have to, work within a certain budget to keep their benefits. So if you guys really want to work with the West Side community and you want to work with the young people and different organizations that want to actually sit down, roll up their sleeves and get this work started, because that's all I'm seeing when I'm out talking to people. They simply want to get started. So us hurrying up to sit down, I do agree with Katie on that. We do need to grab the people who want to start the work and get them started. And we need to be able to work on some of the stuff on the back end, because if we don't start, like Henry said, if we don't start moving forward, this wave is going to roll over us. And I know for certain, as a person who's looking at what is happening all over this country, the momentum, we cannot lose it, because this will again put us a very big hold on the spotlight that we have desperately needed for so long.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments today. All right,